Despite being under pressure worldwide, liberalism as a school of thought is not dead. But it needs a profound renewal to tackling the major challenges of our time. That's why we brought together liberal-minded people from academia, from politics, civil society and the media, from Germany, Europe and beyond, at our hybrid conference Rethinking Liberalism, Renewing Democracy, to develop programmatic impulses for a renewal of liberal thinking and politics. In live-streamed panel discussions, an international network of liberal-minded thinkers and actors sought answers to the question: how can we rethink liberalism and renew democracy?
The assault on democracy in the era that we're in now has tended to be incremental. The destruction of democracy proceeds in steps and tries to disguise what it's doing by its incrementalism. We must revive our own democracies, improve them, defeat their challengers to them, and make them again models that are worthy of inspiration and even potentially emulation.
Liberalism is not some very narrow series of concepts. It's actually a few hundreds of political and philosophical ideas that we can change and we can derive from.
We want to live in a liberal society with individual freedom, with collective self-determination in form of democracy and so on. It is important to give responses to those weaknesses which are still liberal. So we need a sort of an internal reform, an internal improvement of liberalism instead of a replacement by, let's say, authoritarian challenges.
In different panels, experts developed and discussed liberal answers for the major challenges of our time with the audience on and offline.
Heterogeneous societies are the future of our societies, and with heterogeneity we will also have deeper cleavage in the society. It will be more difficult to communicate across classes, across cultural identities, religious identities, but there is no alternative. Liberal answers to the challenge of heterogeneity are probably the only gentle and effective way to cope with diversity in our societies.
In fact, some people are talking about systemic competition between democracies and illiberal regimes or authoritarian regimes that would create, I would name probably mostly dictatorship or criminal regimes. I don't think there is a kind of competition, as many people say, but I think it's a fight to the death. First of all, I think there are two things when it comes to the liberal answers that we have to bring to the regimes. First of all, we have to be proud of our liberal values. We have certainly also to achieve more very concrete results, especially for the poor, for the people who are left behind, for the people who are not able to cope with, economic competition. And then there is another dimension, not only domestic dimension of liberal values, but international dimension of liberal values, which is basically the rule of law, which is humanitarian law, which is international laws.
Bringing together liberal-minded people from different countries, parties and backgrounds, the conference is an effort to build an international network for the coordinated collaboration on the question: what is the future of liberalism and liberal democracy?
To me, the future of liberalism looks like its past. Liberalism trying to solve problems through reasoned debate to achieve cultural, material and economic progress.
What I like about today as well is that I would say all important questions that are right now in the debate in the room are tackled today. We talked about social cohesion, we talked about blind spots of liberalism, and we're also talking about answers to climate change.
To me, the future of liberalism should be less patronizing, less dogmatic, more open, and with better connection with rank and file members of the societies and respective nation states. I like this conference. It was really inspiring for me.